Elmo's got gonorrhea.
Or they have the heads off like half the time. It's like, okay.
You see Barney over there chain smoking a joint?
Mm-hmm.
You're listening to Those Dram Yinzers with your hosts, John and Zack.
Hey everyone, I'm John.
And I'm Zack.
And welcome to Those Dram Yinzers, a special edition where we drink the final 5 days, 21 through 25 of the Pittsburgh Whiskey Friends Whiskey Advent Calendar. And a bonus pour.
Ooh.
And Zach's here.
Merry Christmas. This is my gift to you.
You being on your own show is your gift to me.
No, it was my gift to our listeners.
Oh, okay.
All 12 of you.
Pretty much. For everything Those Dram Yinzer, please be sure to visit thosedramyinzers.com. You can find our social media links, our Patreon page, order form for our hats, and the link to Zach's favorite website, which you all know is dramit.threadless.com, where you can find all types of merch that we offer. Christmas is coming up. I'd get on those pretty quick. They do take a couple weeks to get in. If you're interested in sponsoring the show, want us to do an ad for your product, or would like us to try a product on the show, send us a DM or an email. Let's take a minute to talk about Frost Buddy. It's a great way to support the show while also getting something for yourself in return. It's the best all-in-one koozie you can ever have. Their Universal Buddy fits 4 different types of bottles and cans and can even turn into a full-on drink container with their additional lid. Use the link in our bio to check it out for yourselves. And if you buy something through our link, Frost Buddy will send us part of the sale. Again, great way to support the show and get something for yourself in return. It's that time of year again. My amazing wife, is starting her NICU onesie drive again. She had so much success last year for the amount of onesies donated to Children's NICU that she actually added some new links, some new Amazon wish list links for other UPMC NICUs around the area because, you know, UPMC owns hospitals everywhere. Again, it's all through Amazon wish list, so it's super simple to just click and send onesies to the NICUs. Again, check out our link in our bio for her post on how to donate today. All right, let's get into these. Are you excited there, Zachary?
I'm so excited. Do I not seem excited? I'm so excited.
Yeah. 21.
21. Ho, ho, ho. I don't know. Like I said.
Oh, and the nipples have not been coming off when we take the lids off. I don't know. I think Aaron bought these off of Wish.
Wish 99.1.
Not that way.
This is from Costco. And this little glass used to hold the little bite-size desserts
Yes.
that they sell.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just really freaking want a little chocolate in a shot glass for like those hard days. And I bought them, and as soon as I was done with it, I was like, I'm keeping this. It went straight to the dishwasher.
Heck yeah. No, it was just deceptive because I poured way more than I thought it would, but it didn't look like I poured a lot.
Good. Yeah, very vanilla-y. Brown sugar. Sweet.
Yeah.
I need to rearrange. I am set up opposite of where I need to be. I'm all cattywampus. I'm not driving anywhere. I might as well just...
Oh. So while you're rearranging, I'll explain as well. So every year, Aaron and the crew have always done something a little bit extra, right? With the calendar, right? Last year he had the QR code that linked out to like a song to listen to while you were drinking it, right? Previous year was that crazy, like he did the whole like story from start to finish with the Photoshop
stuff, and
like the Photoshop, like
the movie posters and everything.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, always something extra. So this year, the extra piece comes with these 5, 21 through 25, and they partnered with a local guy, Ron's Bonbons, homemade artisan bonbons, shipped nationwide, local delivery. So he paired 21 through 25 with its own new creation, like his own new creation of a bonbon that is supposed to pair really well with that whiskey. So we have 5 of them sitting in front of us here. And he gave a little like notes and everything for like each one. So I'm excited. I've been really looking forward to these ones because they look fantastic.
They're unreal.
So if you want to check out his stuff, ronsbonbons.com, RONSBONBONS.
They are shipped nationwide.
Yep.
And delivered locally.
But okay, so let's give our notes fully, and then we'll have that while we're, you know what I mean? Like I don't want the bonbon to affect our like notes.
Yeah, we'll do
notes.
this
So
individually,
do the tasting notes, come
and then
back
we'll
to
do it with the
and then-
bonbon.
Yeah.
We'll bourbon, then we'll bonbon.
Yeah. So
Because this is definitely bourbon. Mm-hmm. I feel like I've smelled this before.
I've said that a couple times. I've been vastly wrong.
I'm sure I still am.
Yeah, that had a little bit more spice on it than I expected.
That drink's hot. I'm hold on. Burns the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, it really. So either this is a rye with that amount of heat,
All right. Or a high rye
which
bourbon.
doesn't smell like it.
Doesn't smell rye.
It could be high rye bourbon, but it's got to be high. If it's not a rye, it's definitely high proof.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking like 120s.
Oh, I'm still feeling it. Mm-hmm. That hug holds on.
Whew.
I'm having a hard time picking out individual notes. It kind of just tastes. I don't know. It just tastes hot.
Yeah.
Like
Like it's a very standard like black pepper spice.
Yeah.
That you would typically get from a rye.
Right.
Interesting.
Malty.
Mm-hmm. I know I have to like get through this like proofing, spicing thing so I
know.
can actually taste. Maybe the bonbon will really help with this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of the other notes are starting to come in.
Got a little bit of apple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is underneath all that blanket of spice, there is some sweetness to it. Getting more baking spices now, as well as the black pepper spice.
Mm-hmm.
But it does. It's look, yeah. And I'll tell you what, if this isn't the highest proof we have in the whole thing, which I don't think it was actually, this has had the biggest hug. I know you didn't do the other 20.
Yeah, no,
this
but
has had the biggest hug of all.
I haven't had a hug like this since Bobby was on. It's still going. I'll be right back. The dogs are ringing that bell like crazy.
Oh, you're fine. Don't fall.
No promises. Oh, I finished it and I didn't have a bonbon yet. Dang it.
You'll have to pour more.
I'm a little afraid to, honestly. This one like is. It's like, I mean, I should sit closer. It's like, it's not just warming my chest. It feels like it's almost like constricting it a little bit. Like it's making my chest tight.
Like this is high proof. Pour your little bit extra more, and then I'll let you can read what Ron wrote for day 21.
Sorry, my little butt heads are back. I'll be right back. Day 21, the penguin. A cherry caramel ganache with a hint of cinnamon on a chocolate caramel ganache. Wrapped in a dark chocolate shell. Allergens, dairy.
I like that he put the allergens on each one.
I genuinely, as a kid with a nut allergy, I appreciate that. Right here? The penguin.
I almost don't want to like it's
so beautiful.
It's so awesome. I mean, yeah. So give your, art.
Oh, these are gorgeous. I mean, they look like little like ornaments. And the shine on them is just beautiful. The decorations are impeccable. I don't want to eat it. It looks too pretty. The tempering on the chocolate's unreal. The shine that he got on these. My personal favorite is the red and green.
The last one.
At least looks wise. That one is,
it is
very
really cool.
Very appealing to me. It's just beautiful. But I'm excited for all of these.
You can smell the dark chocolate. I mean, obviously the outside's dark chocolate.
Oh, I can't wait.
Ooh.
It's a very good day.
It's very good.
See, and I'm normally hit or miss with cherry in chocolates because a lot of times people just do that like super syrupy, super fake.
It's not done
like
right. Yes.
like they just shove a maraschino cherry in dark chocolate. This is not that at all.
No.
This is delightful. This tastes like I don't know. This is so good.
Well, the cherry's in here, but like I think he like mashed. Like it's not just like a cherry. Like I'm not biting.
It's cherry caramel.
But it's mashed up.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. Like it's not like a cherry covered in caramel.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. No, it's delicious. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
I mean, the baking spices pop out a little bit more.
Yeah. I actually like the whiskey more with the bonbon.
Well, yeah. This is very much to throw it back to episode 1 or 2. Very much an active whiskey.
That was my first thought.
Yeah.
Very first thought. Give this guy a good rinse because that guy's going to hang on in there. 10 out of 10 on the bonbon.
Oh, yeah. I'm sad there was only one of those.
You never know. I mean,
One of that one, I should say. But
we got raspberry and chocolate hazelnut coming
no,
up.
I know, but like I want multiple of each.
I know. I could do a whole box of these.
Final tasting notes on anything with 21.
The whiskey, the bonbon really brought out the, like you said, the baking spices in the whiskey. The whiskey really emphasized the cherry in the bonbon, but in a good way. I thought that they paired beautifully well together. I will say that the whiskey for me would have been a Dantan until I had it with the bonbon. If I had that whiskey with that bonbon, it'd be a Hass combo, Dantan alone, and then the bonbon's a Hass.
I think I'm going to say Dantan. Oh, did you say what type you think it is?
Oh, I think it's a high rye, high proof bourbon.
Yeah, I said high rye as well. You want to take a stab at proof?
125.
Okay, I said 120. Here's my Dantan. Because of the proof factor.
Yeah.
Right? If you are a proof fan, if you like the hotter, the linger, like that, you would enjoy this one thoroughly. But for the average goer, I'm not entirely, you know what I mean? This might be a
convinced.
little too pushy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you want to expand your horizons, and this
Sure.
might be a really good one to expand that with.
Sure. I think I've had other high proof bourbons that have been a better introduction to the high proof side of things.
Right. But
You know.
that's not what I'm labeling this. I'm labeling this as this is a proof, thing. Like this
Yeah.
is like if you want to jump,
If you want proof,
if you want to jump in,
both feet in the deep end,
both feet, no clothes on. This is the
crack the ice on top of the lake.
cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Alrighty. 22.
I'm gonna let that bottle sit for a minute, or
Now-
that glass sit for a second.
Just as another reminder, if I didn't talk about it enough,
Oh,
right? 22 in this house at not this table, but this room at
this
least,
room.
is where the infamous Ardbeg 10 number 22 Zack freakout happened. And ever since then, Aaron's typically put scotches on 22. And he's been very upset these past 2 years because you haven't been able to have them. And it's light in color. And you've already, opened it. I haven't opened it yet, but
As I was putting the lid back on,
you got it.
Pete.
So he's going to be very happy that you're here today for this one. Pete, and more Pete.
Yeah. Yeah, Petey. Pete and repeat. Makes me sad that I hope somebody's made a scotch called Pete and Repeat.
Oh, I'm sure.
Make me sad if they hadn't.
What's
Bogger
the-
should put that on a T-shirt.
What's the
It's very peaty. I think it's
No.
Lagavulin.
what's the Scotchy Scotch? Is that what the
I like scotch. Scotchy scotch.
the Ben and Jerry's ice cream?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's called like Scotchy Scotch,
That's amazing.
and it's like, but it's butterscotch.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You know,
You know what? I bet that would taste bomb with the scotch.
I've actually gotten so Ben and Jerry's. They they have like their standards, the core ones,
Yeah.
like where it's like I like the salted caramel core one,
Yeah.
and then they have the topped,
Mm-hmm.
which is like a hard chocolate ganache like top
Mm-hmm.
on the thing, and they have one called Whiskey Biz that they partner with Whistle Pig.
Okay.
One of them. They
Yeah.
partner with one of the big ones. It
It's all right.
was all right.
It's all right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not reaching for it. If I saw
Sure.
that and my salted caramel core, I'm going two things of salted caramel core.
Yeah.
But
I feel like a lot of times it's one or the other. I've never had an in between. When you see somebody advertising that they've paired with a whiskey, it's either phenomenal or is just a total advertising ploy and is not that good. Like they're like, we're gonna get people because whiskey, and it's like you actually have to do it right.
yeah,
You
that's
can't
the
just
thing.
say
It's like-
whiskey and then expect people to
when you-
like it.
But like the what the hell is the ice cream? There is a brand of ice cream that they make boozy ice cream,
If that's your thing, I bet it's bomb.
and because it's their thing, right?
Exactly.
No knock on Ben. I love Ben and Jerry's. I don't.
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
Ben and Jerry's
prices,
is great.
but I love Ben and Jerry's.
Preach.
I mean, we've been to like the Ben and Jerry's, like in
Vermont?
in-
Is
in
that Vermont?
Yeah, because
Okay.
Lisa has family lives right by there, and so when we go visit them, we go to it. But whiskey's not your thing.
No, our thing is ice cream
Yeah.
with a lot of really good fillings
Mm-hmm.
that aren't with liquor.
Now, if they did like a salted caramel core with like a whiskey, like that would be
That could be fire.
yeah.
Yeah. But like if you're going to do whiskey as an additional thing, you need to know whiskey to make it work.
Like all those chocolates you bought from the place down the strip, right?
Yeah.
Like if you had something like a chocolate core, that was like a chocolate whiskey, like something like
Yep.
in there.
I still have the Lafroig fudge in my cabinet.
I have some of those in the bar still.
Yeah.
Or I think Screwball does a ice cream.
I would imagine that theirs
Yeah.
would be very good.
yeah. But okay, so Pete, and more Pete. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think it's Lagavulin.
it's not the strongest Pete nose we've had.
No, it's not. But it's definitely peaty. Wait a minute. What? Oh, I just got some kind of interesting fruit note on that one. Raspberry?
Well, are you saying that because we know that that's what 22 is?
No, there's like this sweet tart. There's a very. I'm getting a berry, but it's not just like a strawberry. There's a sweet tartness to it, and my first thought when I think of a sweet tart berry is a raspberry.
I'm getting like a little bit of like a dark fruit. I think that's
Maybe
what
a
I'm
little,
smelling.
maybe a little plum. Ooh,
Ooh, that's layered.
ooh. That's it. I'm not going.
That was layered. That was very nicely layered.
Yeah, the smell is a lot stronger than the taste.
Right, but it's
But not in a bad way. Not in a bad way.
it's peat, but it's different, and I don't know how to describe it. Sweet peat, does that make sense?
No, it's got a up front. There's like a confectioner sugar. Like if you peated confectioner sugar. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Could this be like a barrel finish something, like a wine finished or something like that?
Maybe, but I always associate. I would assume that would give it a darker color. Yeah. You know. Oh,
yeah. This I'm getting some.
This is sweet. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's delicious.
Very good. It's enough peat to know that it's there, but it's also not like the strongest peat we've had. You don't repeat. That's why.
Repeat Scotch. We don't repeat Scotch.
I'm not. I mean, again, any finish compared to the last one is going to be nothing. This lingers a little bit. It doesn't dry my mouth out like a lot, but it kind of just sits back there, just like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah. The smoke hangs on nicely on the palate. It kind of like after the sweetness starts to dissipate, the smoke is still there, which I think is nice. Like you said, it's very layered. It's very soft. It's a very soft Scotch. If that makes sense.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's like you're drinking silk. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's like if somebody toasted a silky marshmallow. I take it. I was all convinced it was log because of the smell, because of how like peaty the smell was. I was like, oh, it smells like log. It doesn't taste like Lagavulin though. I don't think.
It's been a bit. The only log I have at the house is the Nick Offerman Guinness finished.
Yeah. I thought about getting that char. The char one? But I heard that it was. I heard it was good, but it wasn't as good.
Everyone I've talked to said that the Guinness finished one has been the best that he's produced. So that's why I stayed off of the charred one. I'll wait until his next one, next release, and see what's up. But so yeah, Scotch. I'm with you on there. 95. It's got a little higher proofing to it than a typical 80 to 85. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of thinking 80.
Really?
Yeah, it drinks really smooth to me.
Oh, I don't deny that. I'm
not getting a lot of like heat that I'd expect from a higher proof. I guess I think about I know it's kind of apples and oranges. Maybe it's more like what would be closer to an apple, a pear, more apples and pears. But I think about the baller from St. George, and I think that's 80, and that drinks hotter to me than this.
Really?
Yeah. Snowy light. Sorry, day 22. Snowy light blue. Oh, it rhymed. I love that. Raspberry with a hint of rose water on a chocolate hazelnut. Oh gosh, I'm gonna sound so. Gianduja. Gianduja. If you know how to pronounce this, please phonetically comment or something. DM us. Wrapped in a caramel chocolate shell.
Ooh.
Allergens, dairy, nuts, tree nuts.
Win.
Win. No matter what.
There wasn't anything in there he said that I didn't like.
It's going to pour a little bit more of this one. Aaron, my compliments on 22.
Telling you, he's been so mad you haven't been able to do the 22 for a while.
Well, the thing is, like the last time I did a 22, I was like, "Huh!" And now it's been a little while. And now, I mean, if I had to say what's one of my top 3 whiskeys, Octomore 13.1 is one of my top 3 whiskeys of all time. If you
for a second, I thought this might be an Octomore, but with the rarity and
230,
not rarity, but like the
price point,
difficulty of getting them.
$230 for a bottle.
Think this is, they're not throwing 4 of these in here.
No. Oh, it smells so good. All right, so what do we have? The snowy light blue. Oh, it just looks so beautiful. I
know I don't.
It's like eating art. Seriously, you guys, Ron's Bonbons.
Well, if you go to our
Ron's Bonds,
any of our reels or TikToks, I made one when we were distributing the boxes, and I took a nice like video bit of
Nice.
the bonbons and the
bottles.
no the
Description. Oh, nice.
Shut the front door.
Freaking love raspberry.
This is so well done.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Ron, listen. Bonbon Advent calendar next year. Let's do it. Let's work on it.
I mean, this is stupid.
It's so good.
So good. Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
On the bonbon for sure. I didn't get anything crazy different off of the. I actually thought. No, I lied. I do get. I feel like the sweetness of the bonbon actually lowered the peat taste and allowed the rest of it to come through.
Yeah.
A little more grainy, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. Rating.
It's whiskey's Hass, combos Hass, bonbons Hass.
I'm curious about this next one, the snowflake.
Ooh. Ooh. Say more right now. I really enjoyed this 22. I just thought it was a really enjoyable scotch. It was very light.
Light, but not in a
Yeah. Flavorful.
Yeah, I would definitely try it. This would be another one I would use to try to get maybe not an intro one, but like the next level up because of the little bit of the. See, I still get more of a kick with this with the proofing, yeah.
Maybe it's got a long age state. Maybe that's why it didn't drink as hot. I don't know.
But anyway.
But I just if I was introducing someone to scotch, I'd start them with like a Glenlivet because that's like super not peaty. And then I'd probably shift them into this to start edging them towards peat.
So once a year, I allow myself, and Lisa's fine with it, to do something that is extremely dangerous, but good for my mental health. Right?
Yeah.
Once a year, in prep for Christmas, I allow myself, unsupervised, to roam around Target.
Oh, no.
So I did it, years ago I started doing this where I would, I'd get Lisa some stuff that she wanted, that was like on her list, and if I could buy it locally, I could. If not, Amazon, whatever. But I started, I was like, I don't have enough. And I think it was before Connor I started doing this. And then Connor got added into, I buy him at least one thing from me,
Sure.
Or something like a shared passion, like a Lego or something,
Yeah.
But, yeah, I only allow myself to be beep, 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 throw things in the cart, once.
Sure.
As dangerous as that can be. And that was last night.
Nice.
God. I didn't use... The only problem I have with the red card, I like the 5%. But, to me, putting it on our credit card and not having to pay it for another 2 months is more worth it than getting 5% right now.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm... Usually when we go to Target, Lisa's usually with me, or I'm getting something very specific. And my scanner on the app wasn't working.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure if I missed any deals. And then I got so flustered because I forgot to look again. And I was halfway through checking out. I was like, whatever, I'm just going to go. I just got, super just anxious. I was like, I'm just going to leave. And then I get home and I realized I missed a $15 off. I missed this and that. And I was like, But and it was bad. It was bad. Not bad. I got a lot of really good things because I always like to try to find something that she doesn't know.
Yeah.
To get her, you know what I mean? I do this because I had the first year I did this, I had so much success. I found a Harry Potter book set.
Nice.
Right. Now we have like 3 different versions of the book now.
It's because you're a true.
Yeah. And it was a box set at Target. And it was new artwork on the book.
Oh, that's dope.
And the spines, when they were lined up in the box,
Yeah.
made Hogwarts at like Christmas.
That's so cool.
Or at night, or something like, like that kind of like very bluish,
Yeah.
like white bluish kind of thing. But the entire box was that entire scene, so it just wrapped around the box even more.
Oh, that's so dope.
And while she's never read from those ones,
Right.
it sits
Proudly.
proudly on our
Yeah.
one shelf in the living room. But yeah, so like I've gone every year, usually find something random, usually go overboard and buy way too much because I'm like, oh, that's only $15. This is only $15, and then before I know it, $15 keeps adding up, and I'm like,
Yep. I get it. That's how I.
And
yeah.
I have made this rule with my family: no one is allowed to buy Connor a Nerf gun until I do. Yeah, we are going to have a Nerf gun closet in our garage for sure.
Yes.
But I am the one that's buying him his first one. And that's more because it's my, like,
Respect.
I want that thing
Yeah.
to be with us. But at the same point, I know once I do, I can't be stopped.
Oh, no.
I didn't get him any this year. I'll probably do it next year. Next year will probably be his first, like, set of, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
So, all right, tangents aside. 23.
Why do they even have these?
Was that to me or the whiskey?
It almost made me snort. Oh.
That's a really interesting nose.
I think I put it in the wrong glass. I'm having a hard time getting it out of it.
Oh, yeah, that is kind of a small.
Perfumey.
Perfumey, very like white grape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely getting like a wine kind of a sweet.
3 vastly different noses.
Like Michael Jackson throughout the years. Just let that one sit for a little bit. It's at that point people either go, oh yeah, this is for me, or they switch it off and go, it's not for me.
These guys are fucking weird, man.
This is what happens when 2 tired working dads sit down at 9:30 at night and drink and then talk.
And eat bonbons.
And eat bonbons. I think you just described heaven. Minus the working part. This is what 2 retired dads do.
So that's what we got to start doing now, because God knows you have to start paying for it now. We're going to find our retirement community for the 4 of us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Make sure we get
We're gonna
spots right next to each other.
drink whiskey and we're going to eat bonbons. And we're just going to pass it over the patio to each other. When we're done, we'll shuffle on down to the liquor store together.
I mean, the lightest nose of all 3 so far, right?
Yeah.
But still interesting.
Very light. Definitely getting that white grape even on the palate. It is almost like it's the most wine-like that we've had so far from nose to palate. If I was going to get
a bit of cinnamon.
Yeah. If I was going to get a wine drinker to start trying whiskey, I'd start them with this. So light but oddly creamy at the same time. Do we think it's a blend?
Or I was going to say it's an American single malt.
Yeah.
I'm not getting as much graininess as I usually do with those, but
I'm going to say that it's whiskey. Pretty confident in that.
Jesus.
John's like, thank God I didn't have to do all 25 of these with you. We've been insufferable.
No, it's been. You got to go back and listen to them because it's been a lot of fun with 4 very different personal profiles.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Different levels of their whiskey journey.
Sure.
Right. We went from my buddy Steve that I used to work at Kennywood with, who is still newish to whiskey. Like he knows he likes, but he's haven't done anything like this severe. In fact, he actually texted me like the next day or the day after or something like that when he came and recorded. And they were out to dinner, and he took a picture of like the the whiskey shelf behind the bar
Yeah.
and everything like that. And he was like, I got this for, you know, it's like, oh, that's a really good price. He's like, I was like picking out notes, and he goes, then I pulled it up on the website to see like what were their notes, and I was really close. You know, he was like getting all excited. I was like, you're welcome.
Beyond Venu.
But and then you had like Brian, who's like so sophisticated when it comes to
Yeah.
peated whiskeys.
Yes.
and such, you
He
know.
is. Quite. Brian. Yes, Brian. Give me the keys, Brian.
Give me your keys. Give me your keys.
You're drunk. You're sexy. All right. So as this was sitting, I was starting to pick up on a little bit of apricot.
There's like I said, that white grape. I say white grape, but I also kind of mean a lot of those like apricot, like those lighter fruits.
Yeah.
You know, the lighter, sweeter fruits.
Maybe a little mandarin orange.
Finish me.
What finish?
Nice put question mark.
Not to be mean about it. Just
There's not.
no. You,
But this could be very dangerous.
oh, I could get
Yes.
very drunk off of this. It would be so easy to drink this, and then the next thing you know, you'd be like, I have to pee, and then you'd stand up and you'd be like, yeah, you'd be like, somebody please stop the world. I'd like to get off.
Right.
That sounded messy.
I'm gonna go high and say 90 proof. It's probably less than that, but I don't know why I'm sticking with 90 in my head.
You're probably right. I like in my head, I was like negative proof. I was like 5, less proof than beer, because it's that smooth and like that, just like gentle. Like you said, you could get messed up.
Oh,
on
it's
this.
very dangerous.
really
Especially if
mess
it
up
is
on
higher
this.
proof, but it's
Yeah.
sneaky how you probably.
Yeah, we're gonna call this one the Ninja. I'm gonna say it's a blended, and I'm gonna say 80. I can't decide on a rating for this.
Do you want to wait till after the bonbons?
Yeah.
All right, read the bonbon.
Read the bonbon. That's our next shirt. Read the bonbon. It's just gonna be like a psychic's palm, but instead there's gonna be like a bonbon floating in the middle of it.
We'll put Ron's.
The Grim.
We'll put Ron's logo.
Yeah. Read the bonbon. Next is the Snowflake. Black sesame praline with a hint of lime on a caramel. Wrapped in a dark chocolate shell. Allergens, dairy, and seeds. I'm excited.
This is interesting.
Yeah. I should have done a different accent for every bonbon.
It's okay.
It's okay. We got 3 left. We can still make this interesting.
Well, 2 left after this. You already did this one.
Yes, but I did it like this. You know,
All right. Destroy the prettiness.
this breaks my heart every time. Ron, stop making them look so good.
Not gonna lie, I was not hesitant, but it's not typically my flavor profile. Yes, please.
Yes, please. See, now I want to try this one with the scotch. I may have to save a bite of this to try it with the scotch.
Got a little bit more spicy notes on the bourbon, on the whiskey that we have, but
Got a lot fruitier for me. This is going to sound weird, but almost like artificial fruit, though, like a fruit roll-up.
holy
The whiskey, not the bonbon. I thought about saying, day 23, the Snowflake. A person who's easily offended and... JK. Yeah.
shit. I mean, no offense to the whiskey, but Ron, I want more, man. Ron, listen. Let's pair. Let's work together. Okay.
Will work for bonbons.
Let's make a TDY bonbon. Yeah. Whiskey infused TDY bonbon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see his artist brain rolling already.
No, now I'm thinking about what it's going to look like. But to see the look of the bonbon, I'm like, Ron, Bubby, I trust you. No, I'm just thinking about like what whiskey would we choose? Like it would have to be something meaningful and
I think you
impactful
gotta go
for
rye
us.
whiskey. I don't think there's a choice. It's rye whiskey.
Yeah. But like which one?
Which one? Come on.
No. Listen, that was my first thought too, and then But then we have to do 2 then because we can't do Herman Dirty like that.
Or
The Liberty Pole Dad's Hat Blend.
PA blend.
PA Blend. The Paul.
The TDY
PA Blend.
whiskey infused bonbon. And anyone else, this is just to Ron. Everybody else, close your ears. Don't steal our ideas.
We should spell it BAHNBAH on it.
Ban.
Ban.
Whiskey infused bonbon, right, with a blend of PA's finest rye whiskey.
Or do we do a series?
Okay, well, let's get one first, and then we can talk about it.
No.
I can pull you back to reality.
Bans.
Ron, if you come out with a whiskey infused ban Pittsburgh theme, we're coming after you, bud.
Ob's Black and Gold.
Yeah.
It could just be our logo on the top of it.
I don't know how difficult, like, I don't know how he did that snowflake. If it's an easy, like a print, like a stamp, I don't know.
In Ron, we trust. Come on, Ron.
W-R-D. What would Ron do?
What would Ron do? Keep on just wanting to call him, instead of bonbons, I just keep on wanting to call him Ron Bonds.
Bon rounds.
Ron's Bonds.
Rounds. What's your rating on the whiskey?
Okay, so this is going to be really annoying. I'm going to waffle a bit on this one. For me, it would totally depend on price point. I'm going to say Dantan. If it was a surprisingly low price point, I might get it just because it was so like easy to drink. It would be like not a bad thing to have at the bar, especially if you're having any like non-whiskey drinkers over and you want to try to get them on board.
That's typically my bit.
But if it's over $50, I'd sit Dantan. But the bonbon's like an 11 out of 10. That was unreal.
Oh, dude, yeah. And that was the only one I was like ish about.
What are we on, 24?
24. We're so old.
It's okay. The whiskey helps us to forget. Although eventually we won't even need the help of the whiskey to do that because we're so old.
So I'm old. You're young.
What are you talking about? You're 2 years older than me.
So I'm old. So I always say to Lisa anytime, at her birthday, I was like, hey, you're always younger than me, honey.
Yeah. Every time Rachel and I are the same age for 2 months. And then I'd have a birthday and she goes, what's going on, old man? And I'm like, last month we were the same age. Don't start with me.
God.
Don't start with me. I can't tell what it is.
These other ones, I mean, there's a little bit of like oak in there, but I'm stretching to get to that. I think the noses on these other ones were just so
potent. Yeah. Very different. This feels kind of run-of-the-mill nose a little bit. Like very like, I don't know. Getting spices. I'm getting
it, but I got to search for it pretty hard.
Yeah. If someone was like, what does it smell like to you? I'd be like, whiskey.
Definition of whiskey.
I think it's a rye.
Definitely drinks like a rye. A very nice rye.
Yeah. I like it.
Sweet on the front.
Yeah. Pepper on the back.
This whiskey isn't mid, but in the middle of your palate.
Got a flavor there I can't identify. Different, though. The palate is more interesting than the nose. Mm-hmm. In my opinion. What am I talking about? This is our show. I don't have to say in my opinion. It's all our opinion.
The finish, it's nothing crazy, just more like alcohol sitting there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a mid-proof rye.
I'd go to 100.
I was torn between 100 and 110.
I don't think it's all the way up to 110. You think it goes all the way up to 110?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about, like, we've had a couple 110s that we were like, that's 110. It tastes like 90.
Yeah.
You know, I can never. Everyone's like, this tastes like a high proof. And I'm like, we're all just making this up.
Yeah.
But there's no rules. If there's one thing that we can do, that is demystify. People are like, well, this is very clearly. I'm like, is it clearly? Is it really? Because the one thing I've learned is that there's no rules. And the second you think you've got it all figured out, something comes along and they're kind of like, nope. I'll go 100. I'll go 100. Just put me in. I want to get in bed with you.
Bon Bon.
Wow. The Bon Bon. So if we're going to do the Bon Bon like this, yeah. Okay, this one's day 24. It's a snowman. Orange ganache on a Ras El Hanout spiced caramel, wrapped in a caramel chocolate shell, allergens, dairy. I don't know. That was all over the place. We're just kind of...
You jumped a couple different
Yeah, I've just wanted to offend everybody. I wanted to offend as many people as possible there. Oh.
Oh, I like that spice.
That's cinnamon on the back. I've never taken such a journey in a single bite before.
It's more like, this is going to sound weirdly off the wall, but like it's more than cinnamon. It's like almost like cumin.
Yeah.
Cumin?
I almost said cumin. And then I did say it.
I said it.
That's fabulous. You very distinctly get the orange, but
this
then
is such a, oh my goodness.
so many layers.
Beautiful spices.
The Bon Bon lifts up the whiskey. The whiskey is improved by the Bon Bon. The whiskey becomes so much more open and more floral.
I think because with it having that spice caramel, that
Oh my gosh.
helps mute the spice, and allows the floral and all that other.
I took a bite of this Bon Bon and I saw heaven. Oh my gosh. I don't know how he's done it. Because for me, a lot of the times whenever I have like fruit in chocolate or caramel or something sweet, what have you, it oftentimes tastes overly artificial or fake. And the two biggest culprits for this, at least in my experience, is cherry and orange. Because you can always, artificial orange it tastes like Pledge. An artificial cherry just tastes like stevia that somebody mixed up with syrup. And he has taken the two fruit flavors I like the least in a Bon Bon, whatever, because typically it tastes so artificial. And he has made them possibly my two favorite bonbons that I've had tonight. This one in particular.
Like I'm not a fan of like chocolate covered cherries because they are very much that like,
Yeah.
But no, well, I mean, we're not even through all five, and well done so far, sir.
Oh my gosh. It's like, how's this going to get better? And then it somehow, I don't even want to say gets better. It just gets different. Same level of good, but different. But I could eat a box of those.
Rating. Whiskey.
The whiskey on its own was a downtown.
Yeah.
Borderline throw it at just because it tasted like pretty much the baseline for a bunch of better whiskeys to me. It's like, to me, it kind of tasted like, all right, this is where you start with whiskey and then you build on that. And that is what makes it stand out. I'm going to stick it downtown because it wasn't bad. It really wasn't bad. It just didn't, I don't know. It was
hate it.
No, it was just nothing new. Yeah, I guess I'll stick with downtown because throw it at means don't even try it. Try it. See if you like it. It wasn't bad by any stretch, but I don't need to have it on the bar. However, with the Bon Bon, it became a hass. If you could somehow infuse this whiskey with that Bon Bon, that would be a whiskey I would drink. Or hear me out now, Ron Bon. Bubby.
Bad.
If you took a syringe and you infused the center of the Bon Bon with a little bit of the whiskey.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I don't want to tell you how to do your thing. You're perfect. Never change. I'm just saying that this whiskey would benefit from your Bon Bon. It did benefit from the Bon Bon. I'm done talking. Your turn.
No, good. It downtown for me. Nothing crazy about it. Didn't think it was horrid. Least favorite of the four so far.
Agreed.
Yeah. 25.
25.
I'm going to leave the scotch glass by itself because...
Yeah, I'm not touching that one again.
No.
That one is now exclusively
and
Scotch.
I said that, we'd do the bonus one. But hear me out here. I think we leave them hanging. And you and I enjoy the bonus.
I'm down with that. Sign up for Patreon. Maybe we'll tell you about it.
25 is very floral, very spicy. Ooh, I love the floral mixed with like a wine.
On a quick hit, I got a little hazelnut.
Okay.
I'm not getting as much now. When I went like this, I got hazelnut, but I need to make sure I'm talking close.
Yeah, I don't hate this nose.
Very earthy leather.
It's got a very nice sweet spice to it, but like a spice where like it leaves like your tongue like tingling. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And for me, at least, the spice eventually fades away and leaves like a slightly bitter taste. Mm-hmm. Coats the tongue. Dry.
A little bit.
Only in whiskey could I say dry but oily and have that make sense. Mm-hmm. Because it really does. It coats the mouth, but it's a dry finish.
This is a problem when we do this when we're tired. There's so much just like blank space.
I got a blank space, baby. And I'll write your name.
When you say it like that.
This is how that song became about a serial killer. I'm sorry, Taylor. I actually do really enjoy that song. I miss you.
Listen, if there's any podcast she's listening to, it's definitely not us. It's definitely New Heights.
Listen.
Have you listened to New Heights yet?
No.
It's good. Those guys are funny.
I'll check it out. You never know. Maybe one day she, like, puts in a typo.
Pretty big typo.
Pretty big typo. Maybe she's just like, maybe one day her cat walks over the keyboard.
And gloriously types out those Dramians.
Yeah, something close.
Yeah.
Those Drism users. And she's
hey,
like...
speaking of... This is the way my brain went. Taylor Swift, radio, Pittsburgh. If anybody has connections over at the DVE building for your DVE, the X, Kiss, any of those, let us know those connections. I want to pitch a podcast to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think of all the radio stations and grouping of radio stations, ours would fit really well with that.
Mikey and Big Bob just shifts into those Dramiensers. You want the top 40? We'll give you top 40 whiskeys.
I feel like if we could get like them like to catch on to like our, I feel like they would love it. Just the name alone.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope they wouldn't be like, oh, those Dramiensers, more like a bunch of jagoffs. Get on there and they talk about nothing for an hour and a half and then they go to bed together. Just kidding. Or am I? I am, to quote New Girl, I am Theodore K. Mullins and Nick is my lover on the side. Friends call me Gay Nick.
I'm so tired.
If this ever did get, like, for whatever reason, like, popular and big, so many people would be like, yeah, this is cool and all, but we're going to have to pull, like, everything that you guys have ever done in the past because there's so much copyright infringement and the amount of, like, references that you people make. And I'd be like, first of all, what do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? Oh, that is another reference. Tropic Thunder. And, yeah. And I'd be like, listen, if you take away movie quotes, then you take away one of our primary forms of communication.
So anyway, what type do you think this is?
Oh, that's right. We should be talking about this, huh? I need to take another drink. I think it's a single malt. American single malt. Super malty.
Okay. I could see that. I wrote rye, and I'm going to stick with my gut, but that's a very good observation there. Proof.
It sounds like you've been riding a pretty good train. I'm going to jump on the 90 proof train.
Okay. I went the opposite direction and said 110.
I finally get on board, and John's like, F you, I'm leaving you behind.
Rating.
Still deliberating. We haven't done the bonbon yet.
All right, let's do the bonbon, then we'll get back to it. It's your favorite one. Favorite looking one.
It looks so freaking pretty. Ron, I don't want to eat this one. It's like a piece of art. Like it looks like the gradient on it's a gorgeous. It's so they're all gorgeous, but this one, like the red to green, it's like an
he molded it. Yeah.
it's like an earthy. It's not just like red to green. It's like an earthy clay red, like a deep clay red into like this beautiful teal sea green, something that you would see in like the Mediterranean.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. It's just gorgeous. And it oh my goodness. Eyegasm. Anyways. Day 25. Red and green. Apricot / raspberry. Pâté de fruit. On a cream cheese ganache. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. With a hazelnut. I don't know. There's another word I can't. Fouilletine. Base. Ingrédients, dairy, nuts, tree nuts, wheat, and gluten. It is 10:30 at night, and we are five whiskeys, and we are five whiskeys deep, and we are both very tired.
Thank God I got an energy drink in the car because that's the only way I make it.
Do you want me to make you a coffee?
No, I got the
Un café?
I got a Celsius in the car. It's like 6 coffees.
Ah, Celsius, just like the temperatures we use in France.
So any of the guest hosts that I've had, if you were to make a reoccurring appearance, I'm looking for it.
First of all, you almost made whiskey go out my nose. You know how bad that hurts? Second of all, screw you, John.
With the bonbon, this has way more rye quality.
Pepper comes out.
That bonbon tasted like he just like shrunk and covered in chocolate a beautiful raspberry cheese Danish. Right? Like the raspberry cheese, like the multi-filling. Like, come on.
So many layers to these bonbons. The flavors just keep on
so
changing the
good.
longer. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if there's honey in this, but it like ends with this like honey nutty note.
I think it's that, whatever you said that other word was. Like that, see how it's like the cream cheese and there's a
the
little
fouilletine.
like the hazelnut, like the bottom, like that's where I'm getting that radiant on the whiskey note.
It's a downtown for me.
I gave it a Haas. I didn't hate it.
I didn't either. I just don't know if I got it as a gift, I wouldn't be mad.
Well, yeah, that was another one that Alex said we should add as a fourth category.
Gift?
Gift.
Yeah.
But somehow Pittsburghese it.
Yeah. I don't even know what I'd call it. Hand at.
Hand at. So good 5. As I said a little bit ago, we're saving the bonus for ourselves.
Yeah.
And we're going to enjoy that because we deserve it. And it's a repeat, so sorry about your luck. Maybe I'll say what it is in the reveal.
I am trying really quick number 23 with number 22.
Ooh, there you go.
I saved a little bit of that because I thought I tried number 23, which, as a reminder, was the snowflake black sesame praline with a hint of lime on a caramel wrapped in a dark chocolate shell. Ooh.
As you knock everything over.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Nope.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good pairing. Sorry, they were too good. I ate it too fast.
No, oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. The dark chocolate at the end.
Yeah.
Merges with the smoky confectioner sugar.
Okay.
It's like a smoky hot chocolate on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's delicious.
Winner, chicken dinner. Favorite whiskey.
22.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm a tie between 22 or 23. I can't Like the easiness that it was to drink 23.
That was very appealing. And the more I think about it, the more I think 23 might have been a hass for me as well. I know I said downtown, but
You also said price point.
I did say price point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I stand by that.
I think I'm going to stick with you. 22.
I stand by that.
Aaron, good job. 22 is both our favorites.
24 is excellent. Actually, probably going to finish 22
There
tonight.
you go. Well, these are yours, so have at it. All right, so we will be back with the reveal episode. And so I won't say, we won't do our sign off now. What I'll just say is, see you later.
Happy holidays, yo. Yins. Oh my god. Happy holidays, Yins.